So, welcome to M&M Tour.
My name's Mwila.
My name's Malunga.
Should we get into it, girl?
I think we need to because it's been a while.
It has. And we have a special guest in the building. Yes. Do you want to introduce him, Malunga?
We have Luke. We have Luke in the building. I mean...
Nothing special.
Nothing.
Just a normal guest, guys.
No, he's a special guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been wanting to talk to him for a while. And it's always nice to bring, like family onto the show and chop it up. So, yeah, we're going to get into it.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
It's good perspective.
Well, you're going to be thanking us, maybe not.
No. It's always good. It's always good. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So how have you been? Should we start off with our guest? Asking our guest how he's been.
Yeah. Let's be polite.
Yeah, we'll be nice.
I've been
how have
good.
You been really?
I've been really good. I'm in a good place. Things are going well. In this, tough times for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I'm alive. I'm kicking. I'm breathing. So I'm good.
Taking it easy.
Yeah.
What about yourselves?
You can.
I've been well. Do you know what? I'm in a transitional space.
Ooh.
I feel like I just turned 31, guys. And I
do you
feel
clap
like...
up or is that...
No, it's just like... Let's just brush over that, innit?
Clap it up, All right.
But yeah, like I feel like I need a whole new life. I sent a voice note to my best friend. I was just like, I'm changing my everything.
Okay.
My introspective, my, everything about myself. It's going to be new. It's going to be different. Even my voice might change, guys. You don't even know. I'm changing it all. I need a restart, basically. That's what I'm saying. And I feel like, I'm in a space where, not that it's more urgent, but it just feels like I want to transition more in a way that's suited to what I want for my future rather than just allowing life to just go by. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. How about you? How have you been?
I would say I'm actually quite calm. I'm quite calm right now. Very calm, weirdly.
Why is that weird?
Because I'm used to being a little bit more, I don't know, worried or anxious or just like on the go. But I think I've done quite a lot this week. So I'm just on the calmer end because, I'm chilling. I'm good. I feel good. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. We're in good spaces.
I'm wondering if we've had any icks though. Mwila, like I'm just looking at you and I feel like you've got an ick that is scratching you right now.
I have an ick. Do you know what? My ick, people are going to judge me, especially the guys. They're going to judge me. Because my ick is a bit of like...
Just get
I don't really have...
Yeah, look. Me and Luke are like, what is it, Luke?
Just get out. Just please.
I don't really have an audacity because... Okay, so my ick is... Dating someone who can't drive is a bit of an ick. It's not the worst because I can't drive. So I don't really have the right to be like, you need to drive. But at the same time, it's kind of like when a guy's like, no, I'm not driving at the moment. Not if you can drive, but you're not driving, that's fine. But if you just don't know how to drive at all, it's a bit of an ick for me. I don't know why. I don't know how that started to happen. Usually I'm quite open. I can get the bus with you. I can get the train. I'm good. But recently, the new me's like, no, we're not having this no more. Not that I need to be driven, but I just want you to drive yourself.
Luke
is it a license? Like, he just needs to have a pink license.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm all right with that. I can agree with that. If you're a grown man, you should at least have a license.
No, but some men don't.
Yeah, I know. That's
now
weird.
defending. But some men don't. And it's not a bad thing necessarily. But I just feel like, you're right. It's just, it's that time.
Okay. What if all their life, they're just like, oh, I got money. I'm just going to get Uber. And they don't want to drive.
Yeah,
that's an ick.
It's a choice. If it's more like, they just haven't had the means to get, even that's a bit of an ick. But if they haven't got a means to do it,
what if they're just like,
cool.
my life, I'm cool. I'm gonna just get Uber everywhere.
It's your choice, but it's just not for me.
It's not for you, fair enough.
It's not for me. I want you to be at least be able to, like, if tough times come, you can drive somewhere.
Okay.
Same for myself. I need
just
to
in case like the app just in case the app crashes, and you're just like, oh, what are we gonna do now?
Yeah, exactly.
The more you know. I just want to know these things. I just like to ask questions.
Yeah, I think with the driving, it's because London's quite busy, I actually get it. Like if you live more central or you live in that kind of spot where Sainsbury's is downstairs, you probably feel like, oh, I don't need to drive. And I know a few cyclists, I must say. So this is
Cyclists, some cyclists are cute.
yeah, you know what?
I see them down the road.
A lot of the time, there's some good-looking cyclists, but you never really see them on the tube. You know, you never see them in the. You don't, obviously, because they're cyclists.
Yeah.
So, but some of my friends that do that,
yeah.
they choose to just live a bit more. I guess they're more simple.
Yeah.
So it's more to do with lifestyle. Like some guys are, you know, for
They'll
them
rather
the
cycle.
driving is up there. So
Yeah.
I kind of know what I'm guessing.
True.
I know what kind of type you like, but yeah, the license thing is no, fair enough.
It
fair
might
enough.
change by next week, to be honest. I'm not
No,
gonna lie.
I don't
but
see you dealing with somebody that's just trying to.
It
cycle
can
to
happen.
you,
It can
like-
happen. I might get on the back of the bike.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. But like, yeah, no, it could happen. You never know. But yeah, from right now, yeah, that's. What
Yeah,
about
there's
you?
no
What's your ick?
judgments for the ick.
No, there
It-
is. No, there is. There is.
It's like
I'm
judging you.
I'm judging hard. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what's yours?
I think mine is probably when someone blocks you. Yeah, they block you out of nowhere. Like there's nothing that has been done. There's nothing that's been said to warrant this blockage. You know,
Wait, are you the blocker? Or
I'm not the blocker.
She's the
I'm being
blocked.
blocked.
Oh, so you're the blockee.
Yeah, I'm the
You've been-
blocker.
So on your end, you're like, you've been blocked, and you don't know why.
You don't know why.
I don't
exactly.
understand.
So you want to be blocked and have a message back. You know what? A, B, and C is why you're being blocked.
Yeah,
Beforehand.
beforehand. I think that's polite.
Give me a heads up, yeah.
But then you know, with the heads up, you're gonna start being like, but why?
Yeah.
You're not gonna dive into something more.
Not necessarily. Not
Probably.
necessarily.
Yeah, probably. Hence why we're here. That you've been
Really,
blocked.
really.
No, I think you should be polite and at least say something, or at least it shouldn't be a surprise.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why have you?
Have
mean,
you been,
of
he's
course
been the
I'm-
blocker.
No, I've been blocked. Obviously, who hasn't been blocked? I've been blocked. Be like, message someone, and they've decided, you know what? That's it. I don't want to talk to you. I'm like, all right, cool.
Do you know what?
But
I don't
do
think
you-
I've been blocked.
You've
But
never
go on,
been
go on.
blocked?
I don't think so. Maybe there's someone out there probably saying I've blocked you.
Yeah. There's probably,
Mila's not aware, but
yeah, there's probably someone that's blocked you. You're just like, you know what? This person in my life is just, it's just done.
Mila's in her own world. She doesn't realise.
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
that was me. But this was a really weird situation because it's not like it's someone from my past. So we met up kind of recently, and they reached out to me. So it was like, oh, let's catch up. I don't like the way things ended. So I was like, you know what? Let me actually, you know, this bit of closure. Let's just be mature. And then we met up, we had a little catch up, it was cool. I thought, yeah, we're on a good page. Then I was thinking, you know what, we could meet up again, maybe. You know, maybe we can try this time and, you know, maybe things will move forward, right? No, I was wrong. And then, just randomly, like, things not going through was just weird. But then on...
Look, so bad.
I'm
What is
opening
wrong
up.
with you, Luke?
I'm being vulnerable.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You trying to open up?
It's the thing is just not going through. I'm just like, oh shit, I'm message just like one tick. Why
Yeah.
one tick?
Yeah.
And because and I was
the Wi-Fi.
literally-
Like,
I was so confused.
Then you message someone else.
But
Is
you know
my
what,
messages going through to someone else?
Yeah, and I literally had to like double check other things because I just couldn't believe it. And then on socials though, I wasn't blocked. So then when I hotted them up,
Yeah.
and I said, "Oh, I feel like
said you feel
nothing's
like?
happening." No, I didn't say I feel like, but I was like, "Have I been blocked?" Like I just
Yeah.
asked directly on socials, right, on Insta, and they saw the message.
Yeah.
Did I not
And get blocked.
get blocked on social?
Guys, terrible. Nah, he's actually bad.
It's not even funny.
I'm sorry,
but
that's rude.
It's funny
that's
now.
extremely
Hindsight's
rude.
It's
funny.
funny now, but
At the time, you probably heated.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
a bit
but it's
heated.
rude,
But
though.
then
Come on now, be
actually,
polite.
with this person, it was nothing new. So actually, some
That's what makes
people,
it,
to me, yeah, all I'm gonna say on the blocking thing, so I don't even want to go into it too much. But I do think that it's more extreme. I would only block someone if I honestly feel like there's something that's happened and I'm like so hurt. Like it has to be extreme. I don't get people that are gonna block you and then a year later unblock you and try and message you and see you. I don't get that. So that's my ick. Luke, what's yours?
I don't have an ick. I refuse to say that word.
Well, you
Okay,
said
what's
it.
your-
No,
You said
I
it.
get irritated. I get irritated on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's irritated you this week?
What's irritated me? Probably drivers. I hate drivers. just in general, just
You're
all
a
drivers.
driver.
I'm a driver as well. I probably hate myself. I just hate drivers. We don't care.
Yeah.
Like everyone's got somewhere to go, and you know you're swerving in like lanes. It's horrible.
Yeah. You gotta be safe.
Yeah.
People be safe on the road, please.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just drive properly.
Yeah. Have a license.
And then message me as well.
have a license. Be safe on the road and just don't
I just
block
don't bother
people.
you.
And then
We'll
we're
be
all
good,
good.
Oh, Lord.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, speaking of
There's no speaking.
I know I was trying to really
You try to do a
Transition.
transition. There you go. I did it to you. There you go. I've done it for you. There's the
Go on,
word.
go on.
I've given you the transition. I've spoken about
You
it.
go then, you go.
No, it's on you. I've given you the opportunity to speak about the word transition. There you go. Because you were trying to force
Literally,
something.
I was really trying to
Talk about transitions.
Way.
Ain't one here, but go.
We wanted to talk about transitioning into a new career, that new focus. Like, so what's your thoughts on that, guys? Like, in that regards.
Well, I had a thought on the way here. I was thinking about passion, purpose, and work, right? And if we think about like back in the day, I do think some of our parents, aunties, uncles, a lot of them maybe just did work for money and that was it. Like I'm putting the food on the table. That's it. I work to get money and that's where it, ends. But I feel like we're in a day and age, I don't know about you guys, where a lot of people are trying to obviously merge the two and do things that they love. Even if it doesn't pay as much, but it's more like purpose driven and it's more, it aligns with their passions. So yeah, like my question, I guess, is more, do you feel like the two need to marry? Like they need to be as one when it comes to work? Like something, like when you're working, it's something that you have to be also passionate about? Or are you able to just, work for money and then have like a passion on the side or like a hobby? Yeah. I'm gonna go to Luke first actually. 'Cause,
Me first.
yeah, I don't know. I looked you in the eye and
Oh,
what
right.
do you think? Yeah.
For me, I don't think they have to marry. Like, I'm of that. I'm probably of that ilk of old people where I'm like, I just want to put food on the table and I'm gonna do what I need to do, whether I like it or not. Doesn't have to be my passion, but if it provides me a stable income and provide for my family, then that's what I'm gonna do. I am of the ilk, however, that I somewhat need to enjoy what I'm doing, as in the environment needs to be like a decent environment for me to work and for me to do my job. Like if I'm unable to do the job that you hired me for because the environment's horrible, then I'm gonna go somewhere else and go there and do the work that I need to do. That's my only gripe, because there's no point me coming in and not somewhat enjoying. I just need to be able to tolerate being able to do the job that you hired me for.
Wow. So you're able to like just tolerate it and get on with what you need to do and leave.
It's a job, isn't it? Like, I hear what people say, like, oh, if you do your passion, like, you'll never work a day in your life. Some people aren't able to do that. Like, obviously, you do get the lucky few that are able to do stuff that they love. Obviously, some people love their job, and that becomes their identity. For me, I'm just like, showing the money.
Okay.
I'm gonna do what I need to do. There are things like, obviously, like my job now, I can do it. I do it well. If someone's like, oh, you have to do it for the rest of your life, I'm like, yeah, I can do it. Whether I'll be happy about it, different story.
Yeah. And do you feel like you've had a few changes, like job-wise? Because I know...
I've had a lot of changes.
yeah, maybe it's because of this man.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
joking. No. But like,
Yeah.
like with the changes, how's that come about?
So the beginning bit was, at first I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then I kind of got pushed into a job. So I was a tutor and then I became a teacher. I really enjoy teaching.
What were you teaching?
I used to teach maths. So I was a maths teacher, and then COVID happened and it didn't work out. And so now I've transitioned into somewhat tech.
Yeah.
And so I'm enjoying the tech industry. I still love the education industry, but obviously, as people know, there's issues within education. So that was part of the reasons why I had to leave.
Okay.
So yeah.
And what did you like about the education side of things? Like, what is it that actually made you think, yeah, because it's a lot, like for teachers, it actually is a big thing. So what is it that kept you? Because you were in it for a while. It's not like you just did it for a year.
I was about 6 years I was in it.
Yeah, so there's something that obviously made you keep going back.
Yeah.
Besides the money, because it's...
So I was good at teaching. I still, like on the side, I tutor. I help out at, do it privately, and I do it for supplementary school. I enjoy students. Students are pretty much the basis of what keeps a lot of teachers in the game. Like a lot of them, we enjoy taking a student from A to B, from knowing nothing to something. You take them on a journey. Like a lot of people love that.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to realize that doesn't pay enough. That don't pay the bills. It doesn't make you happy in it, and it drains a lot out of you. And the demands of teaching have like drained out a lot of good teachers and require them to leave. Like a lot of teachers that I worked with left. They were just like, this is too much. I can't keep it up. So like when COVID happened, I think they weren't ready for that. And obviously education really didn't have a good model for working at home. So it took a lot of strain on teachers.
Yeah, probably suffered in some way.
Yeah.
Because it has changed, and I do feel like it is a shame. There are a few good schools out there still, and like good teachers here and there, but even when I talk to my niece, she's like, auntie, honestly, like, this teacher, she knows when a teacher doesn't care. She's like, we've got exams coming up, and this teacher is like going on holiday, and he's not, he's pretty much saying it's all up to you. And I think kids can also recognize when a teacher's literally just there to, I guess, tick the box and leave. And these are like, I get it, like you're not always going to be perfect, but this is the future, essentially. And
sorry.
The kids are the future.
the kids are the future.
Yeah.
No, they are the future, but yeah, it's a lot. So
You can't put it
I can
all
tell
on
you like
teachers.
now, there's in teaching, like if the school's not got a lot of money behind it, you're not gonna get a specialist. So like I'm a specialist, I'll say I'm a maths teacher,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't hire a maths teacher to fill that role because you're just gonna be like, all right, can you handle 30 kids? All right, can you just come here? That's literally where it is nowadays. So you just got an adult in the room, basically babysitting them.
But then what about the ability to
Yeah.
actually teach them the syllabus and like what the
But
subject
that's why I
is?
think that teaching sometimes it has to start at home as well.
Yeah.
Like you have to implement that from the get-go before the kid even gets to school, because you can't really rely on the teacher. Exactly like what you were saying, like with your niece's teacher, they're worried about going on holiday. They're living their life.
They've got
They might have
mortgages.
other things they're doing as well. They've got kids.
Yeah.
They've got their passions. This might not even be their first choice of a job.
Yeah.
So then you can't really rely on all of those. Those are too many. What's the word I'm looking for?
Just like too many things to juggle.
Too many
Yeah,
responsibilities.
yeah. And it's not like you want something that's going to be concrete for your child so that they can, thrive in that environment. And I do think that certain schools, like sometimes it is annoying that certain schools don't increase, people's lives, like transition into a better life, because they end up going into the same college, same uni kind of sometimes, or end up not going to college or uni, and then living the life where they just blame kind of like the educational system. Whereas there are lots of opportunities outside of school that can help kids as well.
Yeah, progress.
Yeah. But then like you said, you're doing tutoring as well. So that's like probably impacting a lot of kids. Do you feel like it's better to be a tutor than it was to be a teacher? I feel like you impact
more
the
money.
kids more. But then for the kids as well, like the experience, what do you feel like?
It's a lot easier, obviously. Instead of like, if you think about it, you got an hour. There's on average 30 kids in a class. That means on average every kid gets seen for
you
2
tutor
minutes.
like 30 kids?
No, I tutor like 1-to-1.
Oh, okay. So
what
you're
I'm
talking
saying,
about for teaching.
yeah. So I'm saying, as a teacher, I got 30 kids. On average, they'll have a 1-to-1 with me for 2 minutes. If we break it down like that, when I'm tutoring, it's just a kid 1-to-1. So I get to know that kid on a very quickly. It's like, oh, I get to know what they want out of this tuition, what they want out of their life. I could even like just coach them. So it doesn't just stop. Like I'm not just here to be your tutor. I'm like, all right, you're obviously I'm tutoring you maths, but I'm also going to help you in terms of guidance, in terms of what's the next steps.
Yeah.
Like for a lot of kids that I'm tutoring, it's just like, I just need to pass maths. And I'm like, cool. Like,
That was me. I was like, I remember suffering, yeah? I remember suffering just to pass. And my teacher at the time, thank you know who you are. I remember just crying one day, just breaking down. I was
I
by
get a lot of
myself.
those, yeah.
And I was just like, I just don't get it. And he said, you know what? You might need to do the higher paper so that it's easier for you to pass.
Yeah.
I was like, are you sure about this? Because if I flop, because at first I failed and I did a lower paper.
Yeah, it's harder to get. So basically, in the lower paper, just to give you some game,
you
you have to get 70% right of the paper to get
70. Did you say
70% to like get a passing grade. In the higher paper, you have to get 20%.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Listen, I worked
That's
hard though. It's not just
mad.
about the 20%.
Why did they make it like that though?
No, I worked hard.
it's because there's an overlap. So in the lower paper, it starts from 0 to 5, and in the high paper, it starts from 3 to 9. But no one really speaks about 3 to 9. We think it starts from 5 to 9, but it's actually 3.
3. So where are these?
Do you know what's so crazy?
You lost me there.
You lost us.
What is that saying? 0 to 5, 3 to 9.
Oh, basically,
Can simplify it for us.
teacher change. It's no longer U to A. It's no longer U to A.
Oh,
Ungraded
okay,
to
okay.
A star. Remember?
Oh, so you're doing the so you don't do the yes.
They do numbers now.
There's numbers.
Why? Why?
'Cause
Why
I'm
did
thinking-
they do that?
Yeah, I'm like, what's this
'cause
number?
that
I'm
upset
thinking
me.
AB, you know?
Yeah, that upset me.
Oh,
I
you had
like-
numbers?
No, I like.
Oh, okay, I was
I like
gonna
it, like A star. Like,
Yeah,
A
yeah.
star. You
Yeah.
feel like an A star.
Now it's
You
a,
don't-
now it's
yeah,
a
it's
9.
true.
Now you got a 9.
that is
Because my
rubbish.
niece, when she was sharing I think she was sharing some of her results, I was just thinking a 9, and she had to explain to me as well.
Yeah.
But no, I get it.
I didn't know it changed.
Well, I get it
Wow.
now.
Yeah.
Now that
A lot of parents don't. Like a lot of parents even.
They're thinking, did they
Yeah,
get an
just-
A or not?
yeah.
They're like, yo, what's these
What's
numbers?
these numbers?
That's how every parent season starts. Like, what do these numbers mean? And you're like,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
Yeah,
all
and
right.
they probably had a different grading system
No,
in
everyone-
their day as
no.
well.
It's the same grade as just numbers.
Yeah, but like what it was like, how they did it, and like what they decided. 'Cause I swear there was
nothing's
like
changed.
O level. You know what happened to the O levels and all of
O
that.
level, so every time a new government comes in, someone needs to make a mark. So they change something. So O levels became GCSEs.
Yeah.
GCSEs, the grade has now become numbers. So someone new is going to come in to education and they're going to make their mark and they're going to change something. Because the one before when I was at school was the use of BTEC. So BTEC was meant to be like the introduction of like, instead of having A levels, you have BTEC.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
as we know, they didn't really pop off. They didn't really have that garner within the industry. Like I know that, for instance, when I transitioned to a job, no one's asked for my BTEC.
BTEC. Yeah, it's true.
They just asked for A levels and GCSEs. Like BTEC
Yeah.
hasn't
That's
really
true,
taken
you
off.
know,
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Just they didn't leave their mark that
They
time.
did that.
They
BTEC
tried, but it just didn't happen.
But then once you get to like when you're at uni, you don't really look too much at your GCSEs as much.
You'd be
But that's-
surprised.
But it's
Really?
interesting because
Yeah,
some
depending on
people,
the job.
yeah, and I guess some people as well, when it comes to work and stuff, they might have more experience. Like not everyone goes that traditional route of like, okay, yeah, now I've primary school, secondary school, and then you leave. I mean, well,
lots
you
of
can stay
options.
on to A levels or whatever.
Yeah.
Because for me, I did like my A levels, but then I was like, actually, I just want to work, and I did an apprenticeship instead. And it's interesting because some people that have finished university or have that kind of
I think the
degree
traditional, yeah.
are realizing actually I need more experience,
Yeah.
and now I need to take a step back and not even take a step back, but to actually get this particular job, I might need to just be in the field more and like get that hands-on experience. So I feel like when it comes to like, education and just careers in general, like you always need a bit of both. I don't think you can just say
I
like,
agree.
oh, I've got the paper, or like, you see what I mean?
Yeah, I think they should start doing kind of that experience from a younger age, though. Do you get what I mean? So that people can have like a whereabout of what they're going to do once they finish school and then move forward that way. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you can have an idea of what you're going to do, who you're going to be, and then you get there and you're like, this isn't it for me. Do you get what I mean? And that kind of ties in with like what we're talking about, progression and like transition in life.
Do you feel that way, like in terms of what?
Yeah, like I feel like I always wanted to go into fashion. That was my thing. I studied fashion design at uni. And then once I graduated, I was just like, I don't really like this industry much, but I've said I'm going to do it. I'm going to try. And then I just kind of never really went into it too much.
What didn't you like
I don't
about?
think.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, you don't think.
See, I was going to say, I don't think I needed to study it to do it as well. Like, I feel like most people who are in that industry didn't really need to study fashion design either. So I would say definitely, like, maybe doing an apprenticeship or even just kind of going into more, just doing it on the side and then doing something more traditional. I'm going to sound like an African auntie right now. Like, doing, like, accounting, anything that's like...
Doctor, lawyer, you know.
Doing something that's more on the, dare I say, safe side. Because nothing's really safe, but safe side, like that's going to give you income. Because really and truly, you need income in your life. You need to have money, and that's going to stress you out. Not having money is going to stress you out, and then you're not going to really enjoy your job anyway. Whereas if you're able to get income coming in, you can make that time if you really want to do what it is that's your passion. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. So, but then, like after fashion, then like when you discovered that it's something that you didn't really want to do, what did you do then? Like where did you?
Afterwards, I became more or less like a youth worker. So I was a peer outreach worker for a while actually.
Yeah, you did that
I did it for a while, and that was actually a really good job because it helped me interact with so many different people, but also support young people around policies that are affecting young people. But even that was something I just landed in. I didn't really like fish for that role so then that's not really a situation where I was like, okay, I'm going to go into this. And then I'm like, I strongly want to get into this type of situation. That's because I just didn't know where I was at that time. Whereas I should have been in that questioning space from school. Do you get what I mean? Rather than defining what I want to be from school. Do you get what I'm saying?
Do you think... I don't know. For me, it's hard because as a child, you see kids a lot. Like kids don't know what they want, and it's
Some
like
do though.
I think
and some end up getting to do that.
I think, like as a child, you're still building yourself up. It's hard. I think it's very out of order. I don't in this country or probably in others. In year 9, so you're about 14. You gotta make some big decisions.
It's true.
Big decisions that impact you. You got to decide, hey, you got this block of paper and you got a circle, hey, I'm interested in this, interested in this, interested in this.
And sometimes the parents might even force your hand. Because I happened to me, but go on,
yeah. But your parents, they have some sort of idea. I was kind of blessed. My parents were just like, do what you want, get interested. And if someone saw, like, when people see my GCSEs, like, they are so scattered. I think it's just hilarious when I think about all the subjects I picked. But it's a big decision. Like now, it's a lot more concise. Obviously, because of the lack of teachers, the choices are even minimal. It's like, all right, you can either pick block A, block B, block C, and it's like, all right, these are what's in block A. But you might see something in block C and you're like, I want to do something that's in block C. And they're like, no. We've only got enough resources to do either A, B, or C. But you can't pick from each one.
Like that is really bad.
You can't mix and match the blocks.
You can't mix and
No,
match.
you can't. Like,
That's why I don't like maths.
then in my...
That's why I don't like maths.
Oh yeah, maths is on each one of them. Like
Yeah,
you gotta
it's all
do
of them. Maths, English,
maths,
and science. Yeah.
Traditional.
All of them. That's the tradition. You have to do that.
I'm always
But I'm saying this is why I don't like maths, because it's like it just feels so set. Like to
What do you
me.
mean?
But he's talking about all the subjects.
I'm talking about all the subjects.
No, but I'm saying I know what I mean in my mind, but continue.
No. What do you explain?
So, for example, maths, I always saw it as one of those subjects that was very fixed. It's like you've got
Right or wrong.
1 + 1, right
it's
or wrong,
very binary.
very black and white, very
Yeah.
binary,
Yeah.
right?
100%.
Those 3 boxes that you just described are triggering because it sounds very binary. It's like these are the options in
Yeah.
A, B, and C.
But you need that.
Now, what I liked about English,
But English
is that
English is binary.
yeah, but what I liked
True.
about it,
English is binary. It has a right answer.
No, but parts of it,
No, it's
is that-
it's a sad situation because there's been in America there was a guy who wrote a book on the exam. There was a book, and he had to write an essay. His dad was the author, so he asked his dad, "Can you just tell me what your book's about?"
Yeah.
Guess what grade he got?
Not an F. Come on now.
You got a D.
No.
How did the author get a D on his own book?
No, but it wasn't the author. It was him.
No, but
interpreting
obviously
what his
someone's
dad had said.
no, it's
Unless
someone's
his dad wrote
marked.
it.
Someone's marked the essay and said, "Nah, that's
It
not.
doesn't fit the
That's not what the
syllabus.
author's thinking."
Yeah.
And these times, like, but the author's my dad.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
That's actually really funny.
That is
Yeah,
funny.
I remember reading this. I brought it to my English teacher. I was like, "Is this true?" And they're like, "Yeah." I was like,
Yeah, but
But he
what
wasn't
I
hitting
liked-
certain marks. That
"Oh
he
Lord,"
was required,
because you didn't do
probably.
PPE, or now it's PPEL.
Oh.
Yeah, now they
I
added
don't know
L.
the technical
Wow,
terms,
we
but I
know
know there's
that
certain things
Luke
that you
still
need
loves
to.
the teaching. You might need to. We still do bits of it, but that's what I mean with English. Though I know you're saying it's binary to some extent, yes. But what I liked is that there was always more than one answer.
There
in
is-
a way.
no,
there was. Listen,
I know
when
what
we
you're saying-
had
I know
like
what you're
those
saying.
anthologies and we were writing poetry, and because it was a mixture of literature, language, stuff like that. What I liked about it is that you can have these different perspectives and ideas, and that to me is a little bit more flexible and just like fluid than like something like maths, for example, where it's like, no, this is the answer and you gotta get the answer.
I kind of preferred.
What you liked is no, Malunga. I think what you
What
liked.
did I like? Yeah, tell me.
You liked expressing yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what you wanted to do. You
Yes.
wanted to just show this is me through what I know.
Yeah.
But maths is also like that. It's like
In what way?
because I can express so some for back in the day it used to be very like you have to do it this way. If I gave you a question, you do it this way. What we're now discovering is there's many ways you can get to the same answer, but your thinking might be different. So if I go to all right, add the number 12 and 17. Some people might do I'm gonna add 10, 10, 2 and 7. Still get the same answer. Some people might just add 12 and 17 very randomly. Or some
Yeah.
people might do, I'm gonna add the 5, add the 2, add the 2, add the 7.
There's
Add
different methods.
different methods. But you can
But that's
express
why they
it.
want you to put your working
Yeah.
out on the paper as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, okay,
But then-
I see that, but I don't, not really. But I get where you're going. I get where you're going. We're going to agree to disagree.
Fair enough,
but
fair enough.
It's true. It's like, it's interesting to explore like what we're drawn towards and how that actually reveals a lot about our personality. Because for me, I've always been, especially when I think about how I grew up at home, like I know you were saying it starts at home. For me, it's not like I always had that bedtime story. Like I'm going to keep it real. I didn't always have,
Yeah,
or
I
mum,
get
you know,
you.
there's quite a few of us.
But I
It's
feel
not
like that's a more of a new, not a new thing now, but more people do that now intentionally with their children.
Yeah, maybe.
wait,
and
do what?
I did have like tuition.
Bedtime stories.
Bedtime story. I had a bedtime story. Is that new?
You
Did
see,
you?
it's
Okay,
not.
okay,
You see,
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. It's how you're. Look,
I can't remember if I did or if I didn't.
Yeah, like when
Wait,
you went
did you even
home,
ask for it?
Why
I don't
were you
remember.
asked? Why are you asking
Time
for
out.
it?
Did you not ask? Like, do you not just ask your mum, can I get a bedtime story?
I didn't ask because I knew I wasn't getting a bedtime story.
So wait, you never asked.
But
So
there was a lot of you guys,
you're
didn't
traumatized. You never asked your mum. I fully used to ask my mum, can you read me a story?
and then
She'll read me a story.
yeah, but sometimes you don't ask.
Wait, so
just
you never
want it.
asked?
I feel like I did get them,
I
but I
feel
can't
like-
remember.
Did you answer them?
Literally.
I don't
You're
remember. I
traumatized.
don't remember.
You're
I
the
didn't
one
like.
to
I was
blame.
one of them
You're
kids
the
that
one to
didn't like
blame.
I
reading.
was a
How'd
child.
your mum? Yeah.
Don't blame the child.
Your mum was just like, she never asked for it. I don't.
Yeah, but I think now, like adults, like young adults, especially, like parents, should I say, they're intentionally trying to integrate that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like they're not like, they're trying to make sure that it's more intentional with bedtime stories if they can. Do you get what I mean?
I
But-
think it just depends. Like some people, like mum, we did have tuition, right? So that was good, thank God. Like we
See?
had tuition as
I
well.
had a tutor as well.
So
and
so-
I used to go to school on Sundays as well.
Yeah,
After church.
so you had the extra lessons,
Yeah.
and that's what gets
and I
you
still
through.
failed.
You're not a failure. None of us are failures. Look at us
I
right
didn't fail.
now.
I didn't fail, but I didn't
Wow.
do the
Yeah,
greatest.
but like that's the thing. Like what you're drawn towards and what you know, it reveals a lot about your personality as well.
Yeah,
Because there were
it's
certain
true.
subjects that I mean, I passed maths in the
tangible.
end, thank the Lord,
Yeah.
and I did what I needed to do. But there's certain things that I remember just thinking for some people it was so easy. Like they made it look so easy. Like some of my friends, I'm like, wow, like you just naturally get this kind of system.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like we can't expect people to get this like be in the same system and excel in that because different people need different things in different environments to actually help us like progress.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
agree. And I think that's why now, as adults, we need to be able to understand how we learn as human beings and then integrate that into our work life and our
Yeah.
work style and allow ourselves to thrive in that way because you can't, everyone learns differently, everyone
Yeah.
understands differently. and you want to see what's going to make you win. Do you get what I mean? You can't be doing it just for, I'm going to do what that person did, how they did it, because you're going to fail. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have to add that and make it sure it ties in together. So it's, yeah, but we should be teaching that from young.
Yeah,
from a
I
young
think so.
age. Yeah.
Do you like what you're doing now then? Like, what?
Yeah,
you don't have to
actually-
reveal the job, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
do you
yeah.
like?
I'm a work coach, so I enjoy it.
She's like, you don't have to say it.
It's not like it's not like a secret, but yeah. So, but I enjoy it. I enjoy my job. I enjoy the environment as well. Like, I have some great colleagues.
Are you a social person at work?
100%.
what we were saying.
100%.
You're a social person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Are you the work drinks person?
Yeah, we went for my birthday like
They
the other
even went
day.
out.
Wait,
We
they
went
know-
bowling.
they-
We went bowling
they know your
together.
birthday?
They know my birthday. Yes. We all went bowling
Me
together.
is that
Yeah.
person at work.
And I was
Yeah.
like telling everyone. I put a message in the group Teams chat.
Yeah,
I was
wait.
just like, hey guys,
Wait,
everyone's invited.
What's a group Teams chat? On Teams, you
On
like-
Teams, I wrote my birthday
Oh, in Teams.
message.
Okay,
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Teams.
Teams. Yeah,
I thought you
said
meant like
group.
a WhatsApp group.
No, like just Teams.
Okay.
We do have a WhatsApp group, but that's just for work, like my team.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a work group kind of thing. But yeah, so yeah, it was.
So wait, you know how like you're social? Do you think that plays a part in like your progression at work? Do you think that plays like any key? Like they're like, oh, a role or opportunity's coming up. Let me pick Mila because she's the social person. Do you think?
I think it can. It depends. I think a part of that is you have to do that yourself. Like you have to say, oh, I'm interested in this and I'm interested in that. And you have to go for it. Otherwise, you're just going to be left behind. You can't really rely on somebody picking you. But at the same time, I do think that my name might come into people's mind. But that's not the reason why I'm social. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not saying that's the reason. But I'm just saying, do you
Like,
think?
does it help?
It
Does it
helps.
help?
Career progression.
Yeah, I don't know if it's progression, but like opportunities, yeah, definitely. I think like certain people may like, you know, bring up my name for certain things.
Okay.
But yeah, also like skill. I think skill weighs over anything when it comes to progression, because obviously you can be social, but if you can't do the job, they're not going to pick you. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean? So yeah,
Fair enough.
that's what I think.
That was
personally.
like for me because that was one of the reasons why I left education. Like in education, it is very like school based, very popular. If you're the popular kid, like they're gonna pick you for certain opportunities. So the last school I was at, they didn't hire a person with more experience. They just hired someone that they liked.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So imagine someone's come to school like 6 years experience and they hired the new person.
But I think that's also because you're going to be working with that person as well. So imagine you're working with someone, you know you're going to be hiring them and you're going to be working alongside them for a long... Looking at me, what am I saying? But yeah, you know you're going to be working with them. You don't want to be working with someone you're going to not kind of... Not you're not going to bond with, but you're not... It's going to be a tense working environment. Do you get what I'm saying? It shouldn't be the case. It shouldn't be the case. It should definitely be the more skilled person.
Wait,
However...
what?
You also have to take
That
into
plays a
consideration.
part.
It does play a part.
Wait, time out.
Not social, not being social, but being able to come up with ideas together.
All right.
Do you get what I mean?
All right, we're in the interview.
Yeah.
The interview goes, oh, why do you think you're good for the part?
Mm.
And they go, I'm interested. I think this will be a great opportunity for my career.
Right.
And yada, yada, yada. The next person comes in. They say, oh, I've done this job, this role before. I've worked up to it. I can do this. I can provide the results. Da 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 da. And then you're gonna pick the person you just like.
But that's not what you just said.
But I did say that. I said
But
the
you
person
said-
with
you said the
experience or the
person-
person
no,
that
you said-
or the person they like.
No, but you said that the person had been working there.
All right. So basically, two
So
people.
they knew what they...
right,
is it
so-
just out of... You don't know who they are?
I know who they are. I know them. I've spoken to both of them.
Okay.
So the person in education, they've both joined the school at the same time. However, this person is just a new teacher and this person's come from a different school, obviously with more experience. They've been teacher for a while. They just moved because the school's local for them. It's just made it easier. They've got years of experience of being a teacher. A role's come up for a senior position. They've worked themselves to that role. They're both going to interview. The guy with more experience is kind of looking at the new person like, all right, you're new. Like I ain't got to think about you. Like I've got the experience. I've got the accolades.
Okay, get it.
I've done this before.
Sometimes that's what gets you there.
Fair
Because
enough.
sometimes they don't, and also you
But
have to
this
you have to take into consideration that they might want somebody who's newer so that they can
Mold them a bit.
Mold them a bit. And it's a sad thing
It's
to say, but
harder to,
interviewers
like,
do that sometimes, where they
Yeah.
think like, oh, can I mold this person to fit my syllabus, or is this person going to be set in their ways
Yeah.
and say it's this, like this, like this? And so if they think that they're going to get somebody who's going to, you know, be a bit more lenient, which isn't always a good thing. Sometimes it is good to have like that kind of experience and say, actually, I think this is going to be better, because you'll have the experience to know what's going to bring results. Do you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they might just want somebody who's going to fit their build and fit what they want. So
Yeah.
that might be the reason why that person got that.
Personally-
Maybe
job.
they were willing to take less money.
It's
You
not,
never
but that's
know.
that's how it goes. It's not
I'll be
right.
real. That for me in education is why a lot of people left, because
Yeah.
obviously the person I knew with more experience, he cut. They were like, I'm done. Like this,
Because
there's
obviously
nothing.
he feels like he's not being valued.
Obviously, you're not being valued. Now
Yeah.
you've lost out on a person. Like
It's like, I could have got more money. I could have been in a better position. I could have helped people more.
exactly. But for me, I'm like, if you're gonna play the game, obviously games have rules. And if you're just gonna abandon the rules, like what are we doing?
What we're
here?
doing is true.
Yeah.
So that
No, it's
there's
true, you're
obviously there's
right.
more things as well why I left education, but that for me was like quite telling. It's like, oh, I could work my way up and get into position. I could do all the things. I could
But
play
that's
the
why
game.
you can't play by that. You have to just...
This why I
maybe
don't-
that's not even the place he was supposed to be. Maybe he's going to find something way better.
Yeah, that
Do you know what I
actually
mean? Maybe
is
something
calling
higher than
more.
us. And I'm going to go into a spiritual...
Go
higher than
Go there.
Maybe
Fair
there's
enough.
something higher in like the
Higher
spiritual kind of,
calling.
Yeah.
you know, that's saying to him like, okay, you want this, but I've got something way better for you. Do you know what I mean?
Fair
Maybe
enough.
God's saying, come this way. And the other person, maybe they need to go in that direction. But for him, maybe that's lesser than what he
Yeah.
can do.
Yeah.
So you just
And I
never
do
know.
think, I do think sometimes you
Or
get
she.
those.
I say he,
Yeah,
but
you get
she.
those blessings in disguise. It's like
Yeah.
you think you're meant to go this route, something happens, and then you have to kind of like, you have
Go
to just
somewhere
figure
else.
it out, and
Yeah.
then you end up in a better place for it,
Yeah.
or exercising a different gift or skill.
Mm.
But that's a shame.
Look, for me, I can't.
Were you the guy?
No, I'm not the guy.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say it. No, I'm not the
I
guy.
thought you were the
Nah,
guy. Okay,
but I've been in those in education. I've been in the positions where you go for roles and you don't get the roles. I can, you know what? I can get behind. Like obviously, you get the emails when you apply. Oh, we found a better candidate.
Yeah, I hate those emails.
I don't mind them. I'm cool. Like
Tell me more though. What do you mean? What was better about them?
I asked. I'm like, oh, what was it?
Sometimes they just leave you air.
Obviously, if you get the generic ones, I'm like generic ones. I don't really apply. But when it's like the person, like, oh, thank you, Luke, had a great interview. Sorry, had a strong candidate. I'm like, cool, really appreciate that. Thank you for your time. I reply. Is there anything else that I could have done to help improve my situation?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and
Getting
sometimes they get back,
They
but like,
do.
oh, it was experience, or it was like, obviously because I'm a tech, it's like this software package they were much stronger suited for. I'm like, cool, I may go back, I might even learn that software package, come back, be like, oh, I made myself stronger.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, thank you, we'll keep you on the books.
Yeah.
I'm like cool with that. I can get behind a stronger candidate being out there. I don't like if you're just gonna do it internally. Why advertise it? Just whisper to that person and just say, look, there's a role I got for you.
Yeah,
But they
yeah.
can't. Technically, they can't.
They can't, and I'd rather you just if you're gonna
Be
play, if you're gonna
honest,
make the
be
game,
honest,
play,
yeah.
don't advertise
Don't play
it.
with people's lives.
Yeah, don't
It's
do that.
true.
Yeah.
It's true.
And
This-
I do think it is a bit of a shame in that way, but then it teaches you to bounce back and to just find
true.
That's
another
not bouncing
kind of-
back. That's not.
I'm like,
look,
there's a
look,
silver lining.
there's
We're
a
trying to be
silver
all
lining.
like happy-go-lucky.
Look, if you make a game, follow the rules. If I
Yeah.
play the game and I'm following the rules, and I lose based on the rules, I'm cool with losing based on rules. But if you're like, if we're just
Don't
playing,
cheat.
yeah,
Don't cheat.
don't cheat. Like if we're playing Connect 4 and it's like I have a go, you have
But
a go,
then sometimes
and you
the
have
rules
2
don't-
goes. What
the
is
rules
that?
don't apply
Yeah.
to everyone though, because
The
in an
rules don't.
interview, I'm terrible in an interview.
Yeah.
But on the job, I might be better. Do you get what I mean?
That's the rules. You didn't pass the interview. I'm cool with that. If-
Nah.
I'm cool with that.
Come on, see me in a different light.
No, that's too bad.
me a
this,
chance.
No, this is the game. You gotta pass the interview. Like
I'm a nice girl. Give me a chance.
we know, but you didn't. We didn't
need
get
a job.
You didn't bring it out in the interview, so we're like, nah.
No,
But
yeah.
sometimes
it can be
sucks.
cutthroat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
No,
true.
but I'm fine with that. I'm
Yeah.
fine with if you didn't like me in the interview, cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
cool with it all until we get to the end and you're like, nah.
Yeah.
I went with the person. We went
Yeah.
with internal. We went with someone internal.
I'm like, yo, why did you do that? Tell me
Never
from the
told Luke
jump.
we went with someone internal.
Tell me that from the
Yeah.
jump. Be like, look, we have to put this role out there, but
We send
internal,
you an
we're
email.
looking at internal candidates.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's
yeah.
true because else it's just misleading.
Yeah,
and it can
100%.
feel like a waste of time.
But you might
But
be better
it's
than the
not.
internal candidate.
But that's why
Yeah,
they're doing
but-
it. But I'd rather them say up front, be like, look, we had to advertise the role.
But you just have to assume that every company does it with internal as well.
Yeah, like my company right now, we've got a job board, and we've got an internal job board.
We did that, and at City Hall they did that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I
And
was
that's so
doing
good
outreach.
to, because this is like, it's good to hear because I obviously do like freelance stuff, but like at the moment for me, it's like I'm looking at that career, like that set
Yeah,
career type job thing. And when you go for like different interviews, I think someone's interview process says a lot about the company. And some companies are more,
Yeah.
they're a little bit more playful with it. Like I remember like filling out this application, but it was literally just 3 questions. And it was very like,
it's an open
So
ended.
do you prefer like go on?
the questions weren't like, you could tell that they wanted to see what your thinking was like. The question wasn't necessarily.
Wait, is it open ended questions? Or are they like, oh, how many Lego bricks are there? How many Lego bricks would I need to get to like the shard?
No, it was like, okay, so what would you do if you had this if you had this kind of idea? Like they'll just say like you have to present an idea and then they'll ask you about like the processes of how you would carry that out and stuff like that. Then there's different
Oh,
stages.
so they want to see your way of thinking.
Yeah, they want to
Okay.
see your way of thinking. So I like things that don't always feel too linear, as we know from English and maths. But to me,
like, this is perfect for
I
me.
want to go for jobs. That's what I'm looking into, like going for things that just feel a little bit more experimental and like even there's different startups, stuff like that, like creative
Startups.
agency. Look, you're like, but I do think, I don't know, I just think it's
hate
nice
startups.
to like, do you?
Yeah,
Don't-
their interview process
look,
is
imagine,
horrible.
and then he's
Yeah,
part of
because
one.
some of them-
Imagine then he
I know.
joins one.
I did join one. That's why I hate them.
Oh,
No,
They
but
make
the
me
thing
jump
is-
through the dumbest of hoops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they want to make sure that you're the right. They
Nah.
can't
some
mess.
people are willing, but that's what my point is.
No,
What my point is though.
startups don't know what they're doing.
No,
That's
but
why the interview
they wanna
process
do
sucks.
no.
They got like 5 stages.
Okay, but
Yeah,
what my point is that I think you need a mixture of things
Understanding
to
the person.
pass
Exactly.
a certain stage. Some people like I think you do need to have a bit of the personality and the charm and whatever, and that will progress your career. And you can't just have. We're in a day and age now where unfortunately you can't just have the CV, the qualification,
no.
whatever.
Sometimes
So
you have to do a
I
presentation.
think, yeah,
and it takes a lot of time.
yeah, and I do
Yeah.
think like if you're a nice person and people like you, like that new teacher or whoever, we don't know, but if you're liked, that in itself
That helps.
We know those people. That in itself,
But you know what it shows?
progresses
It
certain
shows that you
people's
can.
careers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it shows. No, it shows.
It shows that you can communicate well and you can engage and you can connect
And
with
be a
other
part of
people
the
and network
team.
with-
Whereas
yeah.
you can be
It
talented.
depends on the role. It depends on the
Luke,
role.
Yeah, no shots too. But you can be talented. But if you sit in the corner, yeah,
Coming
eating
your
the lunch
way.
by yourself, yeah, whatever. I'm joking.
do.
I'm saying,
You
look,
can't
I
touch
don't-
it.
I
told you that.
coming your way.
I told you that.
Confidence.
I told you that confidence. I told you that confidence. I used to do that. You know what? I'm gonna say it now. Let me say it now.
Yes.
At schools, I was at teacher. I would warm my food in
No,
the
not in the
microwave
school.
and walk to the classroom and eat by myself.
No.
Yeah, I was a teacher. I don't
You know what happens when
I don't
we
wanna-
do?
I
We
don't
play
wanna do that. I
blackjack.
don't wanna
We
talk
play
to no one.
blackjack together.
Huh?
We play blackjack.
So that's what you
Blackjack.
guys are.
Yeah.
You want to talk to me about what I'm eating?
Yeah, that's what we eat. We play
Layla's
blackjack.
the one
lunch.
that's playing games. She's organising. You guys are like 2 extremes. I'm like
I'm not
somewhere in the
talking to-
middle. I'm
I'm
a bit
not-
anti.
I'm not
but
talking to-
I'm
sometimes-
surprised that you're anti. But sometimes if I want to do something, so I think it is good. If you're like in a job where you don't like it, do what you enjoy in your break.
Nah.
Do you get what I mean? Like,
I don't want to talk to no one.
do some editing.
Eating by himself
do
in
some
lunch.
Yeah, but you could do something creative that you're
I don't want to
interested
do none
in.
of that. I just want to eat my food. I'll be real with you.
relax and go home.
I don't want to talk to none
Sometimes
of
you
you.
need a
lot.
break,
I
it's true.
don't want to talk to that.
Yeah.
I think, to be fair, at the same time, I didn't find any of my colleagues interesting. Like, because in no. In like, let me just say this: a preference. Like in education, a lot of people, their identity is that they're a teacher. It's like, oh, what did you go up to on the weekend? Oh, I was marking books. I don't want to hear that. I'm not marking books over the weekend. I was at a rave or something.
yeah.
I don't. We don't have much to talk to you. Obviously,
They're
there was.
dedicated.
There was but there was a few teachers obviously that, you know, they're a bit like lighthearted and we had the same sort of, we're cut from the same cloth. It was like, oh, what did you do on the weekend? Oh, I went to an art gallery or spent time with
Yeah.
family. I did something else. I'm like, all right, cool, we can talk. But, you know, maths teachers, they're boring. Like, they mark books and they
So
find
you're
that
calling yourself boring.
yeah, some people might find me boring, but I'm just saying when I was like in the staff rooms, like yo, I'm eating my food and I'm gonna sit in my classroom.
Right,
I might watch some YouTube and I'm just
And
not
that's
trying
it,
to.
yeah.
And then you're
integrating.
getting Wheeler as a colleague being like, Luke, do you want
Yeah,
to play blackjack? Luke, are you coming out to
If Mila was
drink?
like, if Mila was a colleague and she was like, "I'm trying to play blackjack," I'm like, "Cool, well, this is something different."
No,
but
we get competitive as well.
Yeah,
Everyone
do
gets
you not pay for
competitive.
money though?
No, no.
Okay,
I
it's
don't
not my
gamble.
competitive. Ain't that competitive? Is it? It's not for
I
the
don't
life.
gamble. I don't
No
gamble.
stakes.
But people are like
Oh
different
my
people come out when that game comes out.
So what do you
honestly.
like? What's the high stakes? Like, what? How's it get competitive? Like,
Okay, so I think
it
the
like-
high thing is like
do you take my project? Like, you know,
something similar, but not really. To be honest, it's just for bands.
It's for bands. It's for
And,
like
yeah.
good vibes.
I'll be
and-
honest. If it was teachers doing blackjack, like, yo, you
You'll be
got
like, I'm marking this.
mark my
yeah.
books. And look,
If I win, you're marking all my books.
that's how it should be.
People will be playing like this,
Yeah.
saving their lives.
Like, yo, John's a loser. You should take him, clean him up. Like,
Oh
yeah.
my
You see
god.
John like, oh my god, I got this.
Got buckets. Like, yo, I should stop playing, guys. I got a problem.
But yeah, no. So
Yeah.
should we move into?
I guess I mean, yeah. I was just gonna say that, like, just to like wrap up, the career thing and just like it gets deep, not deep, but like you know what I'm saying.
I think do what you love.
Yeah,
Do what you love, but then also get money.
Do what you can.
Do what you can.
Do what
do
you
the
can.
best you can.
Yeah, man.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah,
And don't worry what society says, man. I'll
It's
be real.
true.
Like, boring jobs pay, man.
And also, sometimes you might enjoy the boring job, but you feel shy to say it.
100%.
Because
Man.
people be like, oh, I want to just be a bus driver, but they feel nervous to say like they want to just be a bus driver
Yeah,
or whatever.
and,
And,
yeah.
it's fine. Like just do what you enjoy.
Yeah.
You don't have to publicize your life. You don't have to be like
Yeah.
Instagrammable
Yeah.
job, whatever it is.
Yeah, bus
And
drivers can
also-
Instagram it all, man. Be like, I got views, guys.
Oh
I got
my
views. I got
God.
views.
No, but it's true. Like you never. I think you can't judge someone just based on their job.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's not who you are.
Yeah, like when people
Like I
first
say,
want to get
it's not
to
your
know
identity.
you,
No, it's
and they
not.
ask you that question first off, and it's like it doesn't necessarily define you.
It's not.
And also, it is nice to break out of your
So
job
what does
doesn't
define you guys? Okay,
your
that's
job,
a different.
Your job doesn't need to. That's a whole other.
That's a whole other-
I
topic.
didn't, what you say? What?
She said like, what does define you?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's a whole. We're gonna get to that
another time.
But yeah, I do think like
I may not turn up
ultimately,
for that one.
like you are turning up for that. Like,
Okay.
some people don't always do things that are wrapped around money as well. Like I've done a lot of things for free essentially, but I don't feel like
No, stop that. Stop.
Yeah,
you are
but-
too talented
yeah.
to do things for free. Honestly,
But-
you are not doing that anymore.
Yeah, but I will say it depends. Because I think sometimes you can get, I see what you're saying, but sometimes you can get something out of it.
Opportunities.
Like
it's
what I'm
true.
saying is not everything is like quantified in that way.
Unless
like,
if you really want to. Do you know what
yeah,
I mean?
like I will
Yeah.
do certain things. Like if someone wants my help or
I just thought
advice
about
on,
one thing and then I was just like, actually,
Please,
do you know what?
I
I'm
just
also doing
go
something
for my
free.
photographer friends. Please do not do anything for exposure.
No.
Exposure. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hear those thoughts like, "OC."
oh
Doing
yeah,
it
because
for
you do
experience.
photography on the
Yeah.
side and
So
stuff.
yeah, you hear.
Wow.
You hit
we've
wow.
been breaking this.
Some people, yes, you hear a lot of times you get these gigs and you're like, oh, you get so much exposure. It's like,
Well, even
nah.
in music.
No,
Yeah.
it's the same.
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
that's
industry.
a lot of the creative industry. You know, people get exploited because of exposure.
Yeah, yeah, and
But
through-
yeah, the
through
exposure is not
time-
paying
Yeah,
anything.
through time you learn how to navigate that. Everyone navigates that differently.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is I sometimes choose to do certain things and money might not be the end result in it. It might not be like, oh, I'm
there's an
gonna sing
opportunity.
backing vocals for a friend because she's paying me this to get in the studio. I might just want a creative outlet. I want to jam in the studio and catch up with my friend.
No, I get
so
that.
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
but
but
like
I-
obviously,
you
yeah,
know,
like
You know, I
Yeah.
think know the opportunity, know what you can get out. Sometimes it might just be a factor if you just want to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe take your mind off things.
Yeah.
That's
also
it.
kind of get mentors as well that can help you navigate how to, I guess, negotiate your way around that, because some
Yeah.
people just don't know or feel awkward doing
Yeah.
that, especially if
Yeah.
you're starting off. Like just kind of, or it doesn't have to be a mentor, but somebody you can talk to that you trust that can help you negotiate, who's actually doing it as well, that can help you like navigate your way around operating in that creative industry.
yeah.
Yeah.
So just to wrap up, what's one thing going forward this week that we might, you know, in terms of our work, career, like what's one thing that we might do to lighten the load? Maybe, you know, we might not eat by ourselves. Maybe like, what's one thing that we
I don't eat by myself now. I don't do it now.
changed?
Yeah, no, with my new team.
But yeah, like what's like a mindset or just something that you're going to take forward during the week when it comes to like thinking about purpose, career.
I think you should start off.
Oh, should I start? Yeah.
Yeah, you start
I
off.
think Mila should start. Actually.
I should start.
Wow, why
Yeah,
don't you just pass it over?
I'll
Pass
start then. I'll start. One thing I'm gonna do, I think. So, one of my friends, he showed me this 6-point step that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start off doing that, and that's kind of like just a step plate to what I want to do for myself in my life, and be more open with people about what it is that I want to do in life. Yeah, that's what I think I want to do more for my progression.
Oh yeah, me next.
Yeah, of course. You know, it went passed over.
Ping ping. I think I'm gonna rest.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm not gonna overthink the career stuff. I'm
Yeah.
gonna actually, because I think I've been doing that quite a lot recently, and I have had like a few interviews and stuff like that. Like, there's been a lot of stuff to think about, but I've been overthinking it a little bit. So I'm just gonna leave that to the universe, to, you know, the powers that be, and just rest and allow things to hopefully fall into place.
Yeah.
And then I'll restart, reset, and apply for other things.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yourself?
I think for me, just plan my next move. Like, and in the tech industry, it's a lot of like you have to learn, you have to upskill, you have to keep talking to people within the industry. So making sure the next steps are the right ones. So maybe even reaching out, get a mentor. I know last time when I was doing it, I'd done it through LinkedIn. So that's also a good resource if anyone's thinking of doing it. Just reach out to people in the industry that you want to be a part of and just ask them questions. So if it's like, if you want to be an editor, speak to an editor. What do I need to do? If you want to, if you got to learn a new skill, speak to someone that has that skill. So.
Yeah.
I
Well,
like that.
thank you guys.
Yeah.
This has been a really good chat. Thanks for listening. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
We have been M&M Talks.